Hey everyone, welcome back, and let's write some more Leetcode today. So today let's solve the problem search suggestion system. We're given an array of strings, products, and we're given a search word. And we sort of want to design a system that kind of simulates for the search word that we're given, in this case mouse, we're going to simulate typing one character from this word at a time. And then based on that new character, we want to suggest 3 strings from our product array such that the strings match the prefix that we have typed so far from our search word. Now that's a little complicated, so let's focus on an example. Our search word is mouse. We're going to type one character at a time. We're going to type the first character M. Now which one of these products have a prefix that matches what we've typed so far, which is just M? Well, all of these start with an M, but we're told in the problem that we want to suggest at most 3 products. So right now we have 5, but we want to do at most 3. Well, if there's too many, then we want to return the first 3 basically in alphabetical order. It would probably be helpful for us if this products array was sorted in ascending order. So I sorted the words in alphabetical order. We know that the time complexity of that is going to be n log n, so that's just something we're going to have to take. But so for the first prefix, which is just the first character, we want to return these 3, the first 3 words, since all of them are matching anyway. Now, next, we're going to add the second character, mo. So which one of these match the prefix mo? Well, still all 5 of them. So again, we're going to take these 3. Now, the result that we're going to be building is going to be a list of lists. So for M, we're going to have these 3 words. For mo, we're going to have the same 3 words. Now we're going to add the third character, mou, and what we're going to notice is that only these last 2 words match. These 3 words don't match now. And also something you might notice is these 3 are never going to match now, because if they don't match the first 3 characters, of course they're not going to match the first 4 characters, because it's kind of a prerequisite to match the first 3 before you can match the first 4. Now that we've eliminated these from consideration, we won't ever have to look at them again. And I haven't talked a lot about how we're actually going to be implementing this algorithm, but this is definitely a helpful thing to keep in mind. And also notice how the matching words are close together in the array after we sorted it. That's not a coincidence. Of course, words that start with the same prefixes are going to be right next to each other in sorted order. That's kind of the definition of sorting based on alphabetical order. So for the first 4 characters, these 2 words are going to match. For the first 5 characters, again, these 2 words. You can see that in the output. So that's kind of what our output is going to look like. Now, all this talk about prefixes might lead you to a solution using prefix trees, aka tries. I call them prefix trees because usually they have to do with problems relating to prefixes, and it's a lot more intuitive. Try is just a word. Prefix actually has some meaning to it. And that definitely will work. That is a way to get an efficient solution for this problem. But there's actually a slightly better way to do this problem, and I've kind of been hinting at that, and I'm going to show you. It's going to involve 2 pointers, and we're going to be able to solve this problem very efficiently. So to implement the solution, again, we are going to need to sort the words because we know that's going to be really helpful for us. And we know that when we eliminate some words and they don't have a matching prefix, we're never going to consider those words ever again. And we also know, due to the nature of alphabetical order, words that match a prefix are going to be close together. They have to be next to each other if this is in sorted order. Knowing that, we can use a 2-pointer method, a left pointer and a right pointer. Well, the way I've drawn these words, it's going to be kind of a top pointer and a bottom pointer, but in reality, this is going to be our left, this is going to be our right pointer. And what we're going to do is actually very simple. We're going to go character by character. So far, we get to the first character, M. Now, from this list of words, we want all words that have a matching prefix. So we're going to start at the top word and check, does it have a matching prefix, M? It does. So we can leave this left pointer here. We're going to do the same thing with the right pointer. It has a matching prefix. We're going to leave it right there. What this tells us is that this word is valid, this word is valid. And what that implies is that every word in between these is also going to be valid because they're in alphabetical order. If this one starts with an M, this one starts with an M, everything in between is also going to start with an M. It's not like it's going to start with a Z or something, because that would mean that these are not in alphabetical order. That would mean we didn't sort it, but we did sort it. Since all of these are valid, what are we going to do? Well, we want to return the first 3 in alphabetical order. So we're going to start at our left pointer, count 1, count 2, count 3, throw these into a sublist, and then add that to our overall list. Now let's get to our second character, MO. Now we're going to just look at the second character because we already know that this word so far matched the prefix. We know this word so far matched the previous prefix. So now all we have to do is just compare the next character, O. O is equal, so this also matches. Same with this word, it also matches. So again, we just take the first 3, add it over here. Now this is where things get a bit interesting. We get our third character, U. So we're going to start at our left pointer. We're going to look at the third character. Is it a U character? It's not. So that means this word is not valid. So we eliminate this from consideration and we move our left pointer over here. And we're going to keep repeating this until we get to a valid word. The third character is an N. That's not a U. This is also not a valid word. It doesn't have a matching prefix. So next word. This also has an N in this spot. It's not a matching prefix. So now our left pointer is all the way down here. Third character does start with a U, so that's all we really needed to know. So this does have a matching prefix. Now we go to our right pointer and check, does the word here have a matching prefix? U, again U, so it does. So now we know that the words between our left and right pointers have a matching prefix. It's only these 2 words, but if there were words in between, we know that they would have a matching prefix as well. So now, again, we're going to build our result starting at the left pointer. We're going to count 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's not a third word. So in this case, we can only add 2 words because we went out of bounds. But we add the 2 words and then we continue. We're going to, at this point, get to the fourth character. This has a matching prefix. This one does as well. So again, add these 2 words. And then lastly, the E. This has an E here. This also has an E. So these 2 words again for the last sublist, and that's pretty much the entire algorithm. I think what makes this problem hard is even though this solution that I just explained is actually pretty easy to implement and is very simple, this problem immediately, if you're familiar with tries or prefix trees, you're going to immediately jump into that solution, and that's what I did as well. But it turns out that there is a more simple and more efficient solution. So in terms of time complexity, let's say n is the size of the products list. We know that we did sorting, so we did n log n. We did our 2 pointers algorithm, which was big O of n. But in the worst case, we are going to have to iterate through every single word. So I guess you could call this n times, let's say, the length of every single word. And also, we know that we have to iterate through the input word as well. Let's say the length of that word is m. And then for each one, we might end up adding 3 words to the output. So technically we could say 3 times m, but that's just a constant. So we don't really care too much about it. Okay, so now let's code it up. The first thing I'm going to do is declare our result so that I don't forget. It's going to initially be an empty list. Second thing before we forget is to actually sort the input array because we know that it's unsorted when it's given to us. Then I'm going to initialize our 2 pointers. Left is going to be 0 at the beginning. Right is going to be the length of products minus 1, which is going to be the last index. And at this point, we're going to start iterating through every character in the search word. So let's get the length of the search word and have a pointer I going through it. Let's get the character at index I, which is going to be, let's call it C for now. And basically at this point, we want to start getting all the products that have a matching prefix. So to do that, we have to start eliminating the ones that don't have a matching prefix. Let's do a while loop for that. First condition for the while loop is just make sure our pointers are valid, because if our left pointer crosses our right pointer, then that pretty much means we have an empty list of valid products anyway, so we should just stop the loop at that point. But while that's not the case, and while, this is something we didn't talk about in the drawing explanation, but while the length of the product word at index left, because that's where we're at in our products list, we're at the left index. So this is a word. While the length of this word is less than or equal to I. Basically, we're checking, does it have an ith character? And second, I'm going to have an or condition here, which is going to check that the character for that word at product at index L, the character at index I is not equal to the character in our search word. So what this is saying, the product doesn't even have an ith character, or the ith character is not equal to the character that we're looking for. Basically, that means this word, this product, does not have a matching prefix. So what we're going to do is eliminate it from consideration. We're going to increment our left pointer. And we're going to keep doing that until either we've eliminated all words from consideration, or the word does have a matching prefix. And we're going to do the exact same thing starting from the right pointer. So this is going to stay the same. Product not at left, at right, and basically changing this to right as well. And then instead of incrementing our left pointer, we're going to decrement our right pointer. So at this point, we know that our range of products is valid. All products between the left and the right index at this point have a matching prefix. So what we're going to do for our result is first, we're going to append to it an empty array. We're going to calculate the number of words that are valid right now, and we can get that by taking our right pointer minus our left pointer plus 1. This is basically the size of our window at this point, the number of words with a matching prefix. The reason we're doing this is because now we're going to start iterating through that list of words, the remaining words, and how many of them do we want? We want 3, but what if there aren't 3? Well, I'm going to take the minimum of 3 and the number that are remaining. Basically, if the number of remaining, let's say, are 10, then the minimum of 3 and 10 is going to be 3. We only want 3 words. But what if we only have 2 words remaining? Then the minimum of this is going to be 2. We're going to only have 2 words. That's exactly what we want, because if we only have 2 words, how can we possibly get 3? And I should actually probably use a different variable for this. I'm going to use j so that it doesn't conflict with this. And what I'm going to do now is result. We want the list that we just added right now to the end, so we can get that with -1 in Python. This is basically taking the last value in result, which is a list. So to that list that we just added, we want to append a word to it, and the word is going to be a product. And remember, from our products, we want to start at the left index and then, count 1, 2, 3 from there. So we're going to have the left index plus j, which is our counter in this case. And then that's pretty much it. After all of that is done, all we have to do is return our result and we should be good. But I'm noticing that I had a typo with products. It should have an S at the end of it, but I can see in a few spots I forgot to add that S. Sorry about that. But now let's run our code to make sure that it works. And as you can see on the left, yes, it does, and it's very efficient. So I really hope that this was helpful. If it was, please like and subscribe. It really supports the channel a lot. Consider checking out my Patreon where you can further support the channel, and hopefully I'll see you pretty soon. Thanks for watching.